How you doing, Mr. Michael? Sir, please exit the premises. I will have to tase you if you keep running, sir.
Taser, taser, taser.
All right, Mr. Bowser, my name is...
I slipped my cuffs.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, you did it just a tad bit too late. I did get a chance to double lock the cuffs to prevent you from escaping. My name is Officer Saint, badge number 311. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You do have the right to an attorney, and if you can afford one, one will be appointed to you. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes, I do. Mr. Beanie, how much do you need, Benny?
Oh, my fee? 100,000 to represent you.
God damn. Can I not get like a discount?
You only get a discount if you're a regular customer. Unfortunately, it's your first time.
Well, I can't just send you 100,000. My max is 60,000 right now.
Okay, split it as a 60 and a 40. That's okay.
No, like daily. That's how much I can send.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a level 14 discount. So 460k, please.
All right.
Oh my god, all these representations.
Nope. Get back to full. Yeah. Oh, you received your daily limit, Minnie.
Why
are you guys tasing? I'm walking out already.
You received your daily limit.
I have.
I'm already walking out. Really?
And then I'll charge you at 60k more. So if it's like a 40k vehicle, it'll charge you 100k instead.
So how do you want me to pay you?
I'll buy a vehicle from Standard. You purchase it off me for 60k more than what I purchased. So if I paid it for 40k, you'll pay 100k.
The fuck?
So I buy a car at the Standard for 30k. You would have to pay 60k on top of what I paid Standard price for. So you'd pay 90,000.
I'll be my own lawyer, Dr. Saint.
Well, fortunately for you, he is a public defender, so he is paid by the state. So if you're not able to afford an attorney today, I'll go ahead and process the paperwork to where the state will be able to pay him to represent you today.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Just so you know, the level of service is different. You're getting the public pretender and not the best of the best. You're not getting the creme de creme.
All right, perfect, Mr. Baz. I just had to make sure you didn't have any active warrants. Make sure you're safe to take in the back. I'm just gonna pat you down really quick, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Both of you gentlemen, follow me to the back, please.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Someone else got it. Just quick.
Someone else from back here.
All right, Mr. Bowser, I'm gonna pat you down again real quick just to make sure you didn't sneak anything in. Once I do pat you down, I am gonna remove your cuffs. Go ahead and have a seat right behind you and start speaking freely with your lawyer. All right, I will remain in the room just to make sure your lawyer is protected, because again, he is a public defender.
Back here.
Mr. Benny, I did. Oh shit, I'm getting back up with dementia. Hold on. Mr. Benny, I did nothing wrong, I promise.
Mr. Baz, your client is being charged with a 1.7 and a 3.2. He was instructed to leave the facility several times, to which he refused and ran in circles.
I was dizzy, and I didn't want to go AFK. I was dizzy. I felt like throwing up. I promise.
So I advise you to remain silent. You do have that right.
I'm just telling you. I know, but I'm just telling you.
Okay. So just bear with me. Let me speak with the officer. Are you the arresting officer?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. So let me speak with the arresting officer outside, ascertain the full information of your charges, and then I'll speak to you and see what I can do, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bowser, please do remain seated at all times. Remember, this glass is one-sided. You may not be able to see the officers behind the glass, but they can definitely see you.
Mr. Timothy.
What's up, man? Causing trouble?
No.
So you got my client for charges of 1.7 and 3.2.
Yes, sir, I did. I do have it on several body cams where he refused to leave the premises, but he did state in the or in the confessional that he is a little bit hard of hearing, so I'm not sure if maybe he was missing his disability hearing aid.
Right. Okay. Understood. So I'm assuming you'd like to press for full charges.
Yes, sir. At this time, we are looking to press full charges.
Okay. Would you accept a plea deal with a? Sorry, bear with me. Would you be accepting a plea deal with a what's it called? Bear with me 2 seconds. Would you accept a plea deal with extenuating circumstances and just have the get your stick out, Peter. Use your stick.
You gotta fight it like a man. Why did you choose that?
So yeah, sorry about that, Mr. Bez. Yeah, at this time, I mean, if he can actually just admit to what he did, agree to make better decisions in the future, abide by all the laws that we haven't stated here, I see no issue with a plea deal.
Okay, and would you accept just the charge for 1.7, which will be a 10-minute in jail if he turns himself in, instead of the 1.7 and 3.2?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do you one even better. I have yet to charge him, so if everything goes accordingly and he can admit to his faults, etc., like we agreed, I'll charge him with a 1.7, but I will not jail him. I'll just put him on a 10-15 minute probation time, to where if he does get in any trouble moving forward while he's on that probation time, he'll automatically be brought back to PD. If he doesn't get in trouble, then his probation will go away.
Okay, perfect. I'm assuming you'd like to set the parameters that he cannot be within the vicinity of PD as well, so you'd have to stand on the other side of the road?
Yes, sir, exactly.
Okay, perfect. I'll relay that on to my client and see where we can go with this.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
An abuse one for her. She logged out.
Yeah, I didn't even read her rights or anything, so I'll probably
All gangs.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Okay, understandable,
Why is
understandable.
my client being investigated without my presence?
I was just having a conversation with him, whatever he wanted to talk about.
We're just talking about HP and all that.
Okay. I will need a moment alone with my client, if that's okay, please.
Oh, yes, sir, you got it.
Thank you. So, Michael, it's not looking good, buddy.
Explain.
So, they've informed me that they requested you to leave PD lobby. and you wasn't leaving. You was running around. You was, causing a scene. Well, not so much of a scene, verbally shouting and bashing, but you was just causing disorientation to the officer, running around in circles. I mean, me myself, I would get pretty dizzy with that as well. So, because of your failure to comply.
Can I explain something?
Of course.
Alright, so behind the metal detectors and all that is a public space. Yes, it's part of PD, but it's a public space. As long as I'm not doing anything wrong or invading the police officers, I'm not doing anything wrong. Now, if I'm bothering the police officers, harassing, etc., yes, then I'll be doing something wrong. But I was sitting in a public space, minding my P's and Q's, seeing how much time I have left to reapply for the PD. I wasn't harassing. I wasn't doing anything. I was having a conversation with a cadet on the left wing as part of public space. I wasn't doing anything wrong.
I understand, Sir Bowser, is it?
Bowser.
Bowser. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Bowser?
Yes.
Okay, Sir Bowser. Was you informed or instructed to leave the area?
One time when they're supposed to say it 3 times.
And on that command that they instructed you to leave, did you comply?
They're supposed to say it 3 different times, and he said it once. And that was he only said it in chat. He's supposed to say it verbally too.
But you confirmed that you read what he stated in chat, correct?
He said it once in chat, yes, when he's supposed to say it 3 times and verbally.
Could you inform me of what the written sentence stated?
First and final warning. Leave the area now or be charged with a 1.7 and a 3.2. This is a green zone, not a chill zone. Please leave now. And I would like to make another note on this. Do you know what a 1.7 is, right?
Yeah.
Uncordally contact entry to territory protected by law. I didn't make entry territory at all, so he can't charge me with a 1.7.
I just need to confirm. After he gave you that warning, I have acknowledged what you're stating. I'm not diminishing or dismissing your statement. I just need to continue with this second part, and then I can answer any questions. When he provided that macro that you have just read, did he provide a countdown?
Yeah.
Did you see the countdown?
No.
But you do confirm that you saw him throw up the macro initially for you to leave?
Yeah.
How did you see that macro but not the countdown?
I didn't see him put down the countdown, but I seen the macro.
But how? How? Explain how.
Because it popped up in chat. Then I just stopped looking at the chat after I seen the macro go up. I was like, maybe that's for different, maybe that's for HP. I don't know where Jay was at that time. Because, again, I was talking to a good cadet. And after I got done talking to a cadet, I was sitting down. The next thing I know, I'm getting tased. I would say about 2 minutes. And I was going to get up and leave because I have to go to my apartment because someone's interested in renting it.
Okay, so you were able to respond to me while I used the chat. So I find it rather difficult to believe that you only saw the macro and not the countdown that the officer initiated. I believe the officer counted up to 5 or counted down from 5. So you're informing me that you read the macro, but you missed 5 different commands in the chat, or 5 different messages in the chat, which would be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's correct, because I was talking to someone. It's hard to read a chat and talk to someone and think all at the same time. I'm not a really good multitasker. I'm good with like 2 things at once, but not like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things at a time. I don't think anybody's good at 7 different things that's going on at the same time, if we're all being honest.
But you do admit that the macro you threw up was directed to you, yes?
I don't know who it was directed to until I found out 3 seconds later.
So 3 seconds later is before the 5-second countdown.
I'm estimating.
Okay. Well, anyway. The charges they got on you is a 1.7 and a 3.2. You haven't been charged with them yet. I spoke to the arresting officer, and they informed me that they would be happy to waive the 3.2 charge, only provide you the 1.7 under the caution that you do not return to PD or within its vicinity. So if you stay on the inner boundaries of the road of PD, they can and will arrest you. However, if you are on the outer boundaries of the road of PD, they will not arrest you. So they're giving you at least 15 minutes to stay away from PD, but they're going to still place that 1.7 charge on you. The only issue is you would need to raise a plea deal admitting your guilt and your sincerity to the crime that has taken place.
So even though I need to be on PD property to see when the time schedule is for hiring and do my events today, they don't want me on PD. Make that make sense, Benny?
So what I can do is I can perhaps request a body cam to see where we go. If you want to dispute this, it's more than likely you will be charged with the 1.7 and 3.2, and that you're looking
Benny, you're dismissed. Benny, you're dismissed.